Greetings demons and welcome to another Fortnite discussion video where today we're going to be going over my thoughts and feelings as well as just a general breakdown of all the kicks coming to Fortnite in the near future. So with that being said, let's just get into it and discuss.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
So to start off, in case you don't already know, kicks are a brand new cosmetic type coming to Fortnite in the near future. We do actually already have the slot in the locker as of the most recent update, and there is one pair, which we'll get into in a moment, that is currently in-game. Unfortunately, due to some issues around entire character models just kind of vanishing when you equip the boots, they've just disabled them. They're not available right now. They are going to be available in the near future, and regardless of that, you can still earn one pair of kicks through the current battle pass, but we'll get to that in a moment. And yeah, they're just a new cosmetic type. You can put shoes on outfits. There's actually over or around 524 outfits that support kicks right now, and the entire goal of it is that eventually about 95% are going to have it by spring, and then beyond that, hopefully, we could assume that every single skin in Fortnite is eventually going to have them. We don't really know the end goal with this, especially with the fact that we are constantly having new skins, and this essentially adds a whole new dynamic to creating skins by Epic. So Epic is now having to not only make a Lego style, a Fall Guys style, but will also have to make them compatible with what is presumably an ever-expanding number of cosmetic shoes. So yeah, getting into it specifically, we know of quite a few already that are coming to the game, and I'm just going to take this graphic. Most of the information that I'm getting is from FireMonkey. I'll have his various tweets linked in the description below. But yeah, just taking it from this graphic, I'm going to go from top left all the way down to bottom right and just go over what exactly all these different pairs of shoes actually are. So starting off, we have the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Galaxy, which look pretty interesting enough in themselves. They have obviously the Galaxy design on their mesh sides, and yeah, I'm not a shoe person. I don't really care for them too much. I've had the same pair of New Balance for like 5 years. I don't really care about shoes, but yeah, some of these do look pretty cool. The Foamposite 1 Galaxy is probably one of the more boring of them all, but still, if you are a sneakerhead, you might enjoy these. Moving on though, we do have the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement Grey, which these very much just look like your standard Air Jordans. There's not really too much to say about a lot of these. The fact that everything that we are getting, other than one that we'll get to, you can already see it on screen, is either Nike or Jordan, is kind of weird, especially when, right now, as of recording this video, you can actually get a Crocs collab in real life with Fortnite. There's two pairs of Crocs along with some gibbets, or whatever they call them, the little attachments. It's weird that we're not getting Crocs, at least not yet. But yeah, moving on from that, we have the Air Jordan 4 Retro Manila, which is this lovely green colour. Very much reminds me, I don't know if it was a Nike or an Adidas sneaker that had an Xbox version a while ago. This is probably going on 4 or 5 years ago. It's probably during the Xbox One era, I suppose. But yeah, it really does remind me of that, just that variations of green and black with a little bit of yellow in it as well. Just, it looks very nice. I think, honestly, of the more standard sneakers, these are my favourite looking ones. But yeah, the Retro Manilas, they look pretty good. And yeah, that's all I can say about that one. Air Jordan 11, so that's the black gym red style. And these ones are also pretty simple, pretty basic. They do definitely fit that overall, like, Fortnite aesthetic in a weird way. I bet these will actually look good with a lot of combos of outfits. The simplicity, the fact that it is mostly just that little bit of white and red at the bottom is actually really nice. I do actually quite like them. As simple as they are, I think they'll just go with a lot of outfits, which, in a lot of cases, is what you want. You want a cosmetic item, whether that's a back bling or a glide or whatever, to just, blend in, to match with the outfit that you're wearing. And this is how I think kicks should be. You should be able to have ones that really just blend in with the outfit, that look like they're almost past the outfit. And yeah, when it comes to the Jordan 11s here, they look like they could easily do that, really. Then we have the Air Jordan 3 Retro Palomino. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing some of these names right, because I don't really know. But yeah, these are some beige shoes. I know it's become a bit of a trend recently to have this sort of beige aesthetic, the browns and creams and stuff like that. It's not for me, but I can definitely understand the aesthetic, and these actually look quite nice. They stand out against what a lot of them are, which most of these shoes are, admittedly, black, white, maybe a bit of grey, mostly a bit of red as the accent colour. And, having something that's like this, that's, a little bit off-white, a little bit, brownish, creamish, it makes it look different. I do quite like those. Then we have the one pair that is actually available in the game right now. That is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Toe Reimagined, and these are actually currently available in the Battle Pass through the Dynamo TNTina rewards. So right now, I actually do have these in-game. I actually have them equipped, but as I say, they're not enabled right now. But yeah, these are alright. They're, pretty standard-looking Air Jordans. I quite like them, in all fairness, but yeah, they're pretty basic. Pretty much just like block colouring, red, white, black. It's pretty normal, but yeah, for free, essentially, because, they're just a bonus within the Battle Pass. It's not too bad, and I think a lot of people are going to be running these ones, regardless of whether they really like kicks as a concept. The fact that we've been given these, as part of the Battle Pass, I think these are going to be very popular. A lot of people are going to be wearing them. And, just like I said with the Jordan 11s, you can really match them with a lot of different skins. That colour scheme is very common within Fortnite. And yeah, overall, I think at the very least it's going to give a little bit of extra red colouring to a lot of skins, if not just accent them very well. But yeah, that is the current pair that is available in-game right now. Then we have the Nike Cortez Leather OG. These are some very basic sneakers. I don't really have too much to say about some of these designs because they are so simple. I like this one does have a little bit of blue in it, something that we don't see in any of the other shoes. But yeah, these ones remind me very much... I have spent a lot of time just existing on golf courses and stuff. This is very much the kind of stuff that, golfers wear, which I just kind of think is funny. I don't know whether that is actually kind of the design that they are, whether they are that sort of, or maybe like a tennis court sort of shoe. I don't know. A lot of these very much lean towards, with them being Air Jordans, lean towards them being more basketball orientated. It's just a little bit weirder seeing something that looks a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit less active. It's kind of weird to describe it like that, but yeah, I still think they look pretty good. I said a little bit of blue is nice. Overall, they're very plain white. Nice big red Nike tick if you're into that, but yeah, nothing too special otherwise. Then we have the Nike Shox R4 Comet Red, and I think these are, in my opinion, the worst ones. Like these, I don't know, the design doesn't look great. I'm sure I'd feel the same if I was looking at the actual real shoe, in front of me. I don't think I really like this design. The actual sole, the actual, ball of the foot being different is kind of cool, but, it's not an aesthetic that I personally enjoy. The just weird design choices with some Nike shoes always confuse me, and, yeah, this is definitely just a design that is not for me. But I'm sure certain people, especially people that actually own these shoes in real life and stuff like that, are going to be excited to have them, but yeah, just not for me. And that brings us to not the final pair of kicks for this, but the only pair that we actually have that is Fortnite original, and that is the Chomp Stompers. So this is, of course, based on Sharktooth's shark skins that we've seen for many a year, and a few variations on which. And yeah, so some shark slippers. They look really nice. I love how cute they are. And the fact that these are the only quote-unquote original Fortnite kicks that we're getting this time around, or at least in the near future, is kind of weird. But I do think these are going to be probably the most popular item shop kicks that we're going to see. I think a lot of people, especially if these are reasonably priced, we don't quite know the prices right now. If these end up being pretty cheap, relatively, if you're talking 200, 400, maybe 600 V-Bucks, I could see the shark slippers being very, very sought after. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy running them with skins that just have no reason to have them, throwing them on like John Wick or something, or Leatherface or whatever else. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that sort of mashup. And yeah, overall, the Chomp Stompers, I think they are my favourite overall. As I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of this whole kicks concept, but yeah, I do really like the Chomp Stompers. But that brings us to our final two pairs, and the reason why I'm bringing these up as a pair is because they are actually going to be in a bundle. And they are the Air Jordan 11. We have both the University Blue as well as the Air Jordan 11 Legend Blue. So these are essentially just inverted versions of each other, both with the, light blue color and white. The Legend Blue is like a little bit more, I don't know, it looks a little bit more plasticky. I don't know if that's the way to describe it. I'm sure that it's something to do with the actual real life materials, but yeah, there's something about that one that looks a bit more toy-like, but both of these actually look pretty nice. They make a difference from a lot of the other shoes. I don't think they're anything too special, but yeah, in general, they look fine. And the fact that there are going to be bundles is good because it does mean that, we are going to be getting some variants that aren't going to be, sold separately. So it's still, both of these are not Jordan Air 11s, Air Jordan 11s, and we're getting them together. So I'd assume these are probably going to be around the price of 1.5 pairs of kicks. If I was to guess, it's possible that these could actually just be the price of one, and it's just a case of there's not going to be edit styles for kicks. I'd say that's kind of weird and confusing, but we'll see when it actually comes into the game. But these, currently, this is the only image we have of them. They're not actually fully in the files, unlike all the other shoes we've just discussed. And yeah, that is all of the different designs that we know of right now. So, with that all being said, are these good? Is kicks a good idea? And I feel like a lot of people have spoken about the idea of having shoes in Fortnite as like a cosmetic option, kind of as a joke for a very long time, especially because so often we end up getting, Nike or Adidas collabs that don't actually, include shoes, or like if they include shoes, they're just back blings or whatever, and just there's so many weird things like that where I could definitely see the future being, whenever there's a Nike or Adidas or Air Jordan or whatever else, I don't know. I'm not gonna say Yeezys as an actual thing that will happen because I don't think it will. But like Yeezys or I mentioned earlier I wear New Balance. Like if New Balance came out, Crocs, as I say, there's literally a collaboration happening right now with Crocs. It's really interesting that this is a thing that's happening, and I'm interested in seeing where it goes, but honestly, I don't care. This could have just not happened ever, and for me, this wouldn't have mattered, but I'm not a shoe person. I don't really care about sneakers. I don't really care about any of the hype around shoes. In general, I'm someone who just buys a pair of shoes that are comfy, that I think look alright, and then just run them into the ground. Other than with like Vans and Converse, which I have dozens of pairs of, I've never really been someone who's cared too much about having variety. For the most part, I wear the same, like, 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, one of which is my work shoes, so it's just, I'm not the target audience for this, I don't think. But still, these are a cool concept, and I think a lot of people are going to be excited when they start coming out, especially if they're somewhat cheap cosmetics to actually buy. But, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what we have to wait for. We have to wait for the pricing, because as of right now, there's a pair in the Battle Pass, and, most people are going to be getting those. It's just a case of how much are they going to wear them? How much are they going to, value those as cosmetics? This is an entire new thing for Fortnite. It's something that we haven't seen in a decent while as a new cosmetic type. And, yeah, I'm really interested in seeing where exactly this goes in the future. But with that being said, that is everything that I want to discuss about kicks for this video. So yeah, that is really everything. I'd love to hear what people think in the comments below. So do tell me, do you think kicks are a good idea, a bad idea? Do you like the designs they've gone with so far? Are you excited for potentially other brands being represented in the future? Anything like that. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like it, subscribe if you're new here, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. I'm really appreciating. There's been a lot of love on my recent videos, and we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I don't really mention subscriber counts too often, but we recently hit 900, and I've been very excited for the prospect of actually hitting 1,000 before the end of the year. So please, if you aren't subscribed but you have checked out some of these videos, or you've checked out this video for the first time and actually enjoyed it, please subscribe. It means the world to me. And yeah, really, that is going to be everything for this video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but worlds divide. I just wanna take